She just called me for my tea, so let's go get the tea. And I feel like one of the biggest resources that people always miss out on when it comes to learning languages is literally, I feel like today's little outfit, little whatever, is giving 90s girl. Got my gold jewelry on the fingers, the little edges with the swoop done. Like, it's doing what it needs to do. What's up, besties, and welcome back to another vlog on this channel. As you can see, today is a study vlog because your girl is trying to learn 3 freaking languages. Have I lost my mind a little bit? Might have, honestly. But I have always been a linguistic person. I've always been very interested in speaking more than one language because I look at it like, why not? Like, why speak one language when you could speak 6, when you could speak 7, when you could speak 8? Like, baby, I'm gonna go around the world and be able to speak to everybody. But time and time again, your girl has failed because I just don't be on my shit. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie. I'm not even gonna sit up here and make excuses. I don't be on my shit, and I know you don't be on your shit either.
Don't do it.
That's why you watching this video, because you want tips on how to get your language learning together too. Yeah, I know. I am going to be showing you guys today how I'm going to be studying. I'm going to show you the materials that I'm using and the materials that I created, because I'm going to pretty much switch from paper books to actually doing majority of my studying online and using my touchscreen capabilities on my computer to actually like write in notes. I just feel like it makes it a little bit more interactive, and they always talk about like if you write your notes, it helps you like memorize what it is that you're writing more. So I'm gonna show you, you know, my little customized thing that I made in Canva, and I'm gonna show you how to make one if you want to make one too, because it was super easy and it's free if you use the right stuff. Like, I'm gonna show you how to do it for the free ski. But before we get into it, make sure you go down there and you hit that subscribe button for your girl. We're on the road to 3K. Press the like button and comment below and let me know what languages you all are learning. We are going to head over to a coffee shop and do our studying there rather than doing it at home, because I don't know about you guys, when I'm at home, I want to sit down. I want to lay down. I want to watch Netflix. I want to watch Disney Plus. I want to get popcorn and a nice little drinky drink, and I want to sit down and do absolutely nothing. So in order for me to be productive, I have got to get out the house. And that's exactly what we are about to do right now. Check 1 2 1 2. Y'all, you can never say that I'm not committed to this channel. I am literally outside during a tornado watch to film content for y'all. I didn't realize that, like, I know the whole entire hurricane and things are happening right now, but like something didn't like dwell in my head that like it was gonna like it's our turn now. It's like here now. So it's a whole tornado watch going on, so I don't plan on being out for long. I just went ahead and got me a little tea, and we're gonna try to do a little bit of studying. Just first want to show y'all this little pen that I got right here. So I do have a touchscreen computer. I have the NV360 like X computer, so it has the touchscreen ability. And this is the pen that I use to ensure that I'm able to write on my computer without scratching it. If you kind of look at, I don't know if this is the best thing to show you, but if you kind of look at it, it has like a flat like plastic tool on the end of it so that it doesn't like scratch the computer. She just called me for my tea, so let's go get the tea. Alrighty, y'all, so I got this tea. I love this tea from here. It's like literally one of the best things ever. I need to ask them if they sell this tea because it's good. It's like a black cinnamon something, and it's the most amazing thing I've ever had in my life. Like, literally, I'm like, if I can find this tea, it's over for y'all. Harley and Sons hot cinnamon spice. The best thing I've ever had in my life. This pen, you guys, I got it specifically because it does not scratch my screen. So a lot of the pens that I see, they actually have like a point, and the point has a tendency to possibly scratch the screen of your computer. But this one has a flat tip on it, and the chip is interchangeable, so you're able to switch it out if this starts to act kind of crazy or it's not working anymore. But I like it because it's like a typical pen. It has like a little area that you can like slip it onto something if you want to. And this is what I use to write onto my computer. But let's get into this studying, you guys. So the first language that we're going to study is going to be Korean. That is the language that I have first in my notebook, but I'm first going to show y'all my amazing notebook that your girl created herself on Canva, because you know, y'all already know I'm a little guru when it comes to creating stuff. I'm a guru. So I created this planner on Canva, you guys. It is literally, I love it. Like, I wanted it to embody like who I am as a person, but also I wanted it to like be differentiated depending on like what language it is. So I like made all the different languages color coded just so that, you know, I'll be able to tell like, okay girl, you're on a whole different language now. But as you can see from the front cover of it, I just made it like kind of composition note notebook theme, but I wanted to include little aspects of like the culture and like the different languages and stuff. I just thought that would be a really cute touch, and I just wanted it to be cute. Like I just like learning, make it fun, like make it colorful, make it cute. And then as you can see, each section is color coded. So I have the Korean in pink, I have the Japanese in yellow, and I have Mandarin in green. All of them are pretty similar. As far as the sections, I pretty much have everything the same except for Mandarin. Mandarin has something a little different, but we'll get into that when we get to that point. So you see when we go to the next page of the planner, you have 5 different sections. So these sections I feel like is what's really gonna help me, and I actually got this idea from Amaya Mays here on YouTube, you guys. I got this whole planner like layout and stuff from her. I thought it was literally the smartest thing ever, and I was like, I gotta use that. So shout out to you, girl. But as you can see, we have speaking, grammar, writing, reading, and we have listening. I was like, what is gonna work best for me in order to like get some of this done? And I was like, let me do like she did, where basically she took the different topics and she put a task to it. So like for listening, watch K-drama or watch whatever for 30 minutes on these particular days, just to ensure that you're consistently listening to it. Writing, like find a prompt, write it on this particular day. Speaking, I said I was gonna do Hello Talk, which I thought would be a good app to do, just because Hello Talk, you would actually talk to like foreigners, or not foreigners, but like actual natives of the country that speak the language, and you kind of get used to them speaking the language. I think I'll use Hello Talk honestly for all of the languages until I can figure out like, okay, what sites would be best for me to actually be able to like learn languages. This first page is super important because this first page is like the do, like what am I actually going to do in order for me to kind of start mastering these different topics and these different like subjects. As we continue to scroll through, we kind of get into like the specifics. So I have a vocabulary bank, like if I hear a word or I see a word, I'm going to write it down and I'll get like the definition of it later, just because that's pretty much the majority of the ways that I contain or like I get a lot of my information. Like your girl watches a plethora of things, K-dramas, Thai BLs, etc. And a lot of the words that I get, or a lot of the words that I remember, come from that type of stuff, just because I've watched it like over and over again, and like that word has stuck with me, and like the combination of like listening as well as like seeing like the subtitles and stuff makes all the difference. So usually if it's something that I don't remember, I will write it down and be like, okay, let me go see exactly what that is, or like mid-show I'll pause it and I'll go on my phone and be like, okay, what was this that he said, like what's T, I need to know what that word is. So I want to be like more intentional about it. I want to actually like take the time to write it down and actually put it like on something, just so that I have like a list of words and I can kind of go through the process of like memorizing them, just because I feel like the more words you know, the more you'll be able to put sentences together. I think that's one of the reasons why with Korean for me, I feel like I can get the context of a sentence but not be able to like personally speak it, or may not 100% understand it, is because of the fact that I know a lot of words. So like I'm able to be like, okay, they're talking about something in regards to this particular thing. As we scroll, we get to the next page, which is like a basic writing prompt page. I mean, this is literally like pick a prompt if you want to journal or whatever, like you'll just pretty much write here. And in her planner, when she did her video, she had it where she had like a more blank page so she can just copy and paste, and that's pretty much how I have it here. And then we get into the grammar bank. This was the smart, I was like, when I saw her do this, I was like, girl, you ate down with this, because if anybody knows, grammar is what be kicking my ass when it comes to Korean. Grammar is one of the larger parts that I struggle with learning Korean, and I actually have a couple of other pages on my computer that I can show you guys of like me trying to like put down like the grammar, put down like bachim. Bachim is literally my worst nightmare. I kid you not, okay? It's my worst nightmare. I'm like, why did y'all do this? Why did y'all make it like this? Why are you trying to torture us with this? This was not necessary. But yes, bachim, you guys. And I kind of love this structure because it gives me the opportunity to put down like the rule and put down an example sentence, so that I'm like, okay, like if I need to quickly go back and look at something, I can just be like, boom, like here it is. But I have that for every single language because I was like, that's gonna be necessary. Like I haven't really delved deep into grammar when it comes to like Japanese and Mandarin, even though I feel like Japanese, based off of what I learned so far, the grammar isn't as like complex as Korean, but child, I'm sure it's still there. And then after that, we have our monthly tracker, which I have for each one. This is just to kind of give me accountability in terms of like, did you actually go in and like, did you study that day? Did you do what you said that you were going to do that day? Like just mark it out and say boom, bow. And then we have like monthly recap to let myself know, like, did you do what you were supposed to do, girl? Did you like, what do we need to work on? What do we need to do better with in the next month? But really quickly, let's get into how your girl made her planner. So for my planner, you guys, I went to Canva. It was super easy. Like I think honestly, it doesn't even matter. Like you don't have to have the same size as me. You can just do like a typical letter format, like on typical printer paper. Like say you don't want to do it digitally and you wanted to print it out, I would suggest just do printer paper, like the 11 by I think it's like 18 or something, and go through. And what I did is go online and I've typed composition notebook design. copy and pasted that into my computer or into my Canva, and I stretched it out so that it covered the whole entire cover. And then I went in there and I put like the different stickers that I wanted. I went in there and put the different what am I trying to say? The different fonts that I wanted. As far as the pages go, I just like everything that you see on here, I customize 100% in Canva. If things are not free in Canva, what you can do is you can take advantage of copying, pasting things off of a line. And offline, you know, when you copy and paste it in there, it's free. Like you're not using technically the Canva like things in there, so it's gonna be free of charge. It's not, you're not gonna have to pay for nothing. So if something in there that you really like and you like how it looks, like go on Google, search it, copy and paste, and you ain't gotta worry about paying for nothing. It was super easy to make. It really didn't take any time at all. I just kind of made it as simplistic but also as colorful as possible. I didn't want to do too much because I feel like the more you do, the more distracting it's going to be. I suggest making it cute but also don't overdo it. That's my personal thing. But it's super easy. Like go in there, select 8 by 11 or 11 by 18 or whatever the letter size is, and just literally put whatever it is in there. If you want the cover to be black, if you want the cover to be pink, if you want it to have a certain design, you can go on Google, search the design and copy and paste it into there. You can put the different fonts and things of that nature. It's just so much truthfully that you can do. One of the things that I really like about the computer that I have is that I'm able to convert this into a tablet. So if I just take the computer and I fold it like this, it turns into a tablet that I can use. And the beautiful part about this is that I can take it and I can kind of like tilt it so that it's more like this. So if I'm out and about like I am right now, I'm able to use it in this instant. So let me show you guys how I'm going to be using this particular planner. So the good thing about this on OneNote is I'm able to expand it. So I'm able to make it bigger. And this is kind of like what it would look like if I'm actually trying to do my notes. So if I come here and I go down to these places right here where I say I had a word or I had a meaning or whatever, I will be able to write the word and meaning here. And if you are not familiar with OneNote, if you come up to the top and you go to draw with touch, it'll give you the ability to actually draw on the screen. So if I wanted to draw a word up here, girl, it's been so long, please don't judge me. I don't even know if this is what's say? I don't remember. Yo, say that said annyeonghaseyo. And then I put over here that means hello. And then I could put formal, like, you know. But I like the fact that I'm able to kind of write on the screen. I think it gives it a little bit more personality, if that makes sense. But if I didn't like what I had there, I can just naturally go in and I can erase it. So this is kind of an option. Like if you have a touchscreen computer and you don't have like an iPad and you don't have like QuickBooks or what are those things, like Quick Notes or whatever them things are that a lot of people have in popular apps, this is a way that you can kind of take advantage of it, and you can like sit up here and write your actual notes how you want them to be. I think it just gives it a little bit more customization, and I just really like that. I'm going to show you an example. So I actually, like I told you before, started learning Korean and like other languages before. So I'm going to show you Korean and how I had utilized the writing tool right here. So this is the alphabet, which I need to go back over and learn because your girl, I feel like I forgot so much. And let me just adjust my camera so you guys are able to see. So this is I did this literally in 2021. It says it up here. March 2021 is when I did this. And this was basically just a way for me to memorize the letters or the consonants, the vowels, etc., differentiate from consonants and vowels, as well as understand how the pronunciation is going to be. So if I zoom in over here on this side, as you can see, I have what it is. So G is compared it to gun. So that G sound that you hear is like g, like how gun is. So that's kind of how I did the comparisons. And then D or D, I think is what it says, is door. So like the same D that you hear for door is like the same D that's going to be here. So that's kind of how I did my comparisons, and I did it fun. Like I drew it down, y'all. I was doing my little highlighting and stuff because I feel like this just makes things so much more enjoyable when it comes to doing learning. And then I'm going to show you guys a bachim. So bachim, literally, this is my personal enemy. We have real beef, and as you can see, I was too stressed. Okay, I was way too stressed to get to get super creative here. So I just did my best here, and as you can see, I have a sad face because it stresses me out. But yes, I wrote down like bachims, all the different bachims that I was finding. I'm telling you, like the internet, YouTube, I think is where I got a lot of this, and off the internet I got a lot of stuff as well. But you know, I just like to get creative, and I like to just find things that work. This is grammar, so instead of me doing it like in this instance, I would utilize my planner to do it. Vocabulary, I just have a bunch of like vocabulary words. I think these are random. I don't think any of these were like things that I genuinely was interested in finding. I think it was just kind of like, oh, grammar. And then, yeah, we have my planner that we have here. And then let me show you guys Japanese really quick. So let's go over to Japanese. I know more Japanese than I know anything else because I started learning Japanese in high school. And this is the extensive hiragana, katakana. I mean, once you get into Japanese, you guys, Japanese has a bunch of alphabets and stuff. So like there's just so much that goes into learning the Japanese alphabet. Like I still don't know katakana and kanji. Baby, we're not even gonna get into that because kanji is the equivalent to Mandarin Chinese characters. And listen, that's a task in itself. But we have hiragana here, which is the first one that I learned, which is the easiest one. And I had made comparisons, so I'm a visual person. So for I compared it to apple, and I showed how, like, if you look at the character for this, how it can relate to how an apple looks. And then as far as knee in Japanese, it literally, I just compared it to knee, where the kneecap, and then you have like the side, and that's the symbol for knee. So just kind of comparing it in that instance. And then coming over to Mandarin, I haven't really gotten to Mandarin much. I kind of just structured it like this when I was doing Mandarin, where I had like the basic readings, things of that nature. Mandarin actually uses a lot of the same words, a lot of the same sounds and characters, and a lot of the sentences, which I really liked because I feel like it just makes it easier. But yeah, I didn't really get too deep into that. So that's what that planner is mainly going to be for, is just to allow for me to dig deeper and just to have some sort of like structure. Now let's get into studying. So I'm going to tell you guys a couple of things that I do. So when it comes to studying, I use Rosetta Stone. And no, this isn't sponsored by Rosetta Stone, but Rosetta Girl, if you watching, hit your girl up, okay? Hit me up. Let me know what's tea. But I use Rosetta Stone, y'all. Rosetta Stone, I always say, hands down, is one of the best apps that I've ever used. I used to use Duolingo, and Duolingo isn't bad either. I think it's a wonderful choice for people who don't have the funds to afford, or like, you know, the Rosetta Stone, because I think I paid $100 and something to have it for a lifetime, just so I don't have to pay for it monthly. But if you don't have the money at the time to do it, Duolingo definitely is another great app to use. I used that for a very long time as well when I was like learning Japanese heavily. But I love Rosetta Down. I love Rosetta Down. I kid you not. It's one of those sites that like fully immerses you into the language, to the point that if you have like knowledge of the language already, you won't even realize that it's in full Korean or full Japanese until you like realize that it is in full Korean or full Japanese. And one thing that I do like about it is that it doesn't leave you hanging dry. Like if you truly don't understand the word, you can tap on the word and it will show you like the actual meaning for it. I'm going to show you guys really quick a Rosetta Stone right now for Korean or Japanese, either one, whatever one I can get to quickest, to kind of give you an example of like what it is and how it works. I feel like if you have the money, like if you want to save up for it, I would 100% recommend getting it, because once you pay for the lifetime, you get access to all the languages. So you get access to Korean, Mandarin, and you get access to Japanese, Italian, French. Like you get access to all those languages. So if you ever wanted to learn multiple languages, literally with that $100 and some, you're able to learn all of them. Literally a steal to me. So right now you can see like the different plans that they have. If you just wanted to try it out for a little bit, they have a $15.99 per month plan. I believe they also have like month by month plans where you don't have to do like a yearly plan. This is the one that I had did for $199. I think when I did it some years ago, it was like $170 something, but it's unlimited languages and it is a one-time payment, which I thought was worth it. So when you go onto your homepage, it's going to show you all the languages, and these are literally all of the languages that you can get with Rosetta Stone. We're going to go into Japanese really quick just so you guys can kind of see how this operates. This is what I'm using heavily for things. So I'm on Unit 1, Language Basics, and it tells you what it is that you're going to be learning, color or sizes. It has a core lesson, and then it goes down into the specifics. So pronunciation, listening, reading, speaking, grammar, etc. So like all of those categories you saw earlier on my language planner, they can be met doing this. And it's simple. You just press start. And this is how the lessons look. I had to change it to phone cam so that you guys can see. But so what it does is, this one is a speaking one, so it's gonna tell you, it's gonna speak konnichiwa, and then it wants you to say konnichiwa too, and it's gonna test your level of being able to say that particular word. So this one's like a repetition one. It's gonna say how it's gonna say what it sounds like, say what it sounds like, and then it's gonna want you to pick what it is. So as you can see, they have two white pictures here, and obviously you're gonna connect the fact that white equals shiro. And so then when it gets to the last one, it's gonna want you to pick the white, naturally, because they want you to connect that white equals shiro. And so here you see that it's kuro, and they have like black, so they want you to connect that kuro is black. So they use a lot of pictures, they use a lot of visuals, and they use kind of like, I don't know, common sense. So naturally, as you can see, they don't have a picture for aki, but naturally you see that Jiro or Shiro is white, Kuro is black. So obviously this one, since it's different from these, should be red, which is Aki. So they use a lot of things like this to kind of get you to understand what it is that it is, and get you to understand that if it's not that, it's that. It's a lot of context clues and it's a lot of comprehension when it comes to these type of things. But as you can see here, Ao, we have blue. Again, Ao, we have blue. So that means that Ao is going to be blue. Then you come here and you have Midori, which is green. So Midori is green. And then we get over here and it is Kiro. And you see that Kiro is different from Midori. It is different from Ao. So that means that Kiro must be the only one we haven't used, which is yellow. And so then, now that you've learned all the different colors, they're gonna start putting those colors into synthesis. So this is Midori. And it tells you right here that you did it good. And if you didn't do it good or you didn't say it good, it's gonna have like less than that or be yellow. Now this one says Ringo wa Midori desu. So it's saying pretty much, I believe the apple is green. So it just starts to connect basically the colors to objects. This one is Kiro. And so then it's gonna connect the bikes to the color. So this one is, I think it says Jin. Oh, I did not say all that. But you see how like now it didn't get what I was saying, so it doesn't give you 100% green, and usually it'll give you another chance, but I don't know if it's gonna do it here. But they just connect things in this way, where they do the colors and then they connect it to an object, and this is how they do it. And as you can see down at the bottom, it's gonna give you like your status of like how well that you're doing, and it's gonna show you how many more you have to go to. It's just a really, really good tool that I really like using when it comes to learning languages. It already can be kind of difficult enough, like when learning languages, to try to figure out you know, what to use, where to go, just because there's 50 million different places that you can go, 50 million different sites that you can use. And so this one is like one that's like, if you only had one thing that you wanted to use, you're able to do this. And they have a phone app, so you're able to use it on the phone, you're able to do it on the go, which I really love. So I'm going to be using a combination of YouTube, Rosetta Stone, and then Hello Talk, you know, K-dramas and things of that nature, to just help improve my skills when it comes to learning. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed this mini little study vlog of me showing you guys how I'm learning 3 languages, what I'm doing to learn 3 languages. If you guys will want more videos or more vlogs about learning languages, let your girl know. I don't have no problem with doing more vlogs for y'all. Love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more videos. Make sure you comment down below what languages you guys are learning, what techniques you guys are using, or platforms or apps. Like, share, okay? Share, because we out here struggling. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.